So if you don't like books, don't stay. So this is Power by Robert Greene, a book I read. It's the only book I finished this month, which is kind of sad, but at least now it's done. And it's really actually quite fascinating. If you like history and you just want to learn some random history, I suggest. If you like how human psychology is, I suggest. If you just want to read something that's like got this text, I suggest. I read the Constitution, or like the Constitution and Other American Key Writings earlier this year, and I actually liked that better than this, in my opinion. I wasn't really personally crazy about it. I did find it kind of long and harder because I am looking for escapism in a book right now, but that doesn't mean that I didn't learn anything from it. A lot of people have talked about this book as being kind of immoral or wrong. I disagree. I just think it's super logical, and I do understand why people think that, but I just actually think more than anything it just had some really good perspectives on how people, in specific historical people, I guess, or historical leaders, kind of maintained their power, or even how they lost power to certain things that they did, which actually I found this actually really important to read, and I actually really enjoyed it. If I had to rate it though out of 5, I'd give it a 4 out of 5, just because it was kind of long and harder to read. You know, over time it just didn't really captivate me as much. And I like, one thing that I do like is he does this thing at the ends called reversal, where he basically also states how maybe the law itself could also kind of not work in certain ways, or how doing the opposite of that law could work. So I like it. I think it was really well written and really good, and I actually would recommend it, but only if you like history and only if you like human psychology. If you're not into that, don't read it. And yeah, I don't know. I in my head before I read this book, I had a whole different perspective of it, and I'm actually so glad I read it, because, you know, that my perspective was once again wrong. Never judge a book by its cover. I've learned that time and time again. Anyways, yeah, that's my book review. It's very short. And yeah, I feel like that's pretty straight to the point, so, you know.